This episode is proudly sponsored by BP Me Rewards.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Q&Q edition of the Soccer A to Z, the AZ. On this show we do both questions and quiz. The first Q stands for Robbie.
Quarantine.
No, questions. The second Q stands for Joe.
Quench.
No, quiz. This week everything has been about the letter F. First up, you've been sending in your questions by the bucket load, truckload? What do you have? Sack load? What is it?
Sack
you send
load.
letters.
Envelope load.
Probably email
Envelope
load.
It's email load by the digital
By the terabyte.
by the terabyte load. There you go. And Helen
Okay.
has them here to read to us.
Drone deck. What rule in football would you abolish?
Oh. Ooh.
Offside.
Do you know
That's
what?
the go-to, isn't it?
Do you know what? I would love it. I'd love to see it tried, just to see what happens, because they did it
Ditto.
they did it in hockey. So lawn hockey, what's it called? Field hockey.
Field hockey.
And everyone went, it'll never work. They'll just lob the ball up to the they'll goal hang. But they didn't. What happened was they did start by people goal hanging, but the advantage of having more players in the opposing end, like not enough defenders because you left one up, was too advantageous on the attacking team. And what it also meant is that more players on the pitch would score. It wasn't just a couple up front. Everyone was be able to come in and score. The game moved a lot quicker. But there was a lot of people who said it will never work, and then by the end, they all love it. They also tried it. They've tried it once. I remember Johan Cruyff playing in a match, and he said he hated it because everyone was lobbing the ball up front. But these days, because the goalie's protected, so you can't stand on the goalie, and because they play possession football, it might work.
I'd like to try 2 seasons. One where you have no offside, and one where offside's a straight red.
Wow.
Gosh, you'd stamp it out, wouldn't you?
Right.
Okay. I'd like to see the
Six-match ban.
return of the penalties from the halfway line.
Oh yes,
when you run all the way from the halfway
American
line.
one.
American way.
Bring it back. Bring that.
Yeah,
back.
because
Exciting.
then you've got to have a little bit of skill, haven't you?
Yeah.
Because you've got to either take the keeper on or try and get it past him, right?
Exactly. Bring it
Thinking on the spot.
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'd get rid of?
What?
The one where a player gets a bit of a knock and they have to go off the pitch to come back on. What's the point of that?
What about doing like rugby league? And in rugby league, the coach, what do you call it? The physio. He just runs straight on whilst the game's still going.
Yeah,
what
they
about
do.
that? Unless it's in
Yeah.
the penalty box, why don't
Yeah.
the trainer just come on?
Bookings for taking your shirt off. Get rid of that.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
is that even a rule?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Why is it so offensive?
Don't know.
No
No.
idea. No idea.
Okay.
There we go.
Well,
we sorted out
listen
football.
up.
Without
FIFA.
football there, yeah.
There we are. Ben Dennison says, with the show being live of Soccer AM, I'm assuming, with the show being live, was there any genuine fear that any of the upcoming segments could be the one that cancelled the show, be it a dodgy tubes question or a catwalk gone wrong? I don't think I never thought about it.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
actually ended up being something that you wouldn't expect. It was Joe or Sheephead in the car park who's decided to go risky gags.
yeah,
Remember, you
I
started
remember
doing-
one. Are you thinking the same one as me?
Well, yeah, I don't want to embarrass Joe by saying
Is it
but
about seal?
It was about seals, yeah.
We remember. The streets remember. Joe.
The streets do remember, yeah. Yeah. Do you remember it?
I don't remember
don't
that.
you know-
No, well,
I
remember-
know you're not going to...
I remember open mouthed as he delivered this joke, thinking, "Oh my Christ, we can get taken off air."
sacked in the ad break.
Sacked in the ad break, yeah. So yeah.
There's one word
I-
I can think of, but I'm not even mentioning, even alluding to it here, but I'll tell you afterwards.
What that I did.
No.
Locker's thing.
It was Lockers, it was Colonel.
There was one Locker. Oh, really? There was one Locker's gag that I wanted. Well, this is such a stupid question because we're not going to do it all, are we? Because we don't want to. But there was one question. There was one gag that I had, which we'd written, which we never ever got to do because it's got the C word. in it.
Remember,
Remember. Yeah.
Yeah, I do
Yeah,
remember. Yeah. Oh, this is really bad for the listener because everybody knows we know the joke, but the listener
If you
doesn't.
see us in the pub, we'll tell you.
Yeah.
Oh, you made me do one week where you had an actual cockerel, and I had to say Tim's massive cock.
No.
Yes.
I like the idea. We made her say it. We made her say it.
It was in the script, but and the thing is the cutaway was a cockerel, and I just kept looking at it, going, I can't, because I can't. You made me do it.
Let's move on before we all get cancelled.
Phil Chapman just says, "Oh, did Pearl diving? Did she ever make it to the Olympics?" It's just
No,
just that
she should have.
Oh,
She was
Heenan.
brilliant.
Pill Heenan, yeah.
who found the footage? Who found the
know.
original footage?
It was
It was an all
on.
sports show.
It was on. Me and Fenners were sat in the office one Friday afternoon, watching Trans World Sport or something on a telly, and it was just on it, and it was so funny, and we've got to get this footage somehow.
We got it cleared to show
got it
every
cleared.
week.
Paid
Yeah.
loads. We
Yeah,
paid
yeah.
more for that than anything ever on the show.
Yeah, I think we could try to get her on the phone as well, didn't we?
Yeah.
Pearl
But
Heenan.
for anyone who doesn't know, it's you can look it up, Pearl Heenan online, but it's a lady of older age. shall we say.
Australian.
Of mature years.
Yeah, she was doing diving. What do you call it? Competitive diving.
Yeah.
But she was. It just wasn't going very well, was it?
No, it was
thought
good. She
Ivan
was doing
would.
flips and all sorts.
Yeah, doing somersaults.
Somersaults,
Yeah.
backwards
Yeah.
diving.
She was
and she was
brilliant.
describing everyone she was doing.
It was
Yeah.
brilliant.
I
It
did
was
a reverse
so
somersault.
brilliant to watch. Yeah.
Mm.
Should we have a quiz?
Yes, please.
Please.
Okay. Welcome to the A to Z Unfair Football Quiz. It's unfair because football is unfair. Sometimes your team can dominate an entire game, creating chances whilst the oppo parks the bus, but end up losing due to a single counter-attack. This is not fair. Football is not fair. Before I tell you about the quiz, let's meet our two competing dudes. First up, this man is a great human being with many strings to his bow, but he's told us that his greatest achievement was being a Hearts ball boy for 2 seasons, and he declares himself the best ball boy they've ever had. We like to acknowledge that he is in fact the best ball boy the world has ever seen. It is, of course, Edinburgh's own Chris Harrison. Hi, Chris.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Hello, Chris.
Tell us
love
about
it. How Hughes.
Tell us about the experience of being a ball boy at Hearts then. Why were you so good?
It was in the early days of sort of B Sky B, and obviously being somebody who tried to get on telly every now, I actually positioned myself behind the substitutes, knowing the cameras would be on the substitutes, so I would edge my way in. So I considered that quite probably like a gold medal status when it comes to ball boys, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I think so.
I like it.
Yeah.
What are the job requirements? Can you run and fetch a ball, and
Yeah.
can you throw it to a player?
As long as you throw it to your own team, opposing team, they go themselves.
This is why he's the best.
And you've got to remember,
Yes.
in those days, it wasn't multi-ball, so there was a lot more running involved for those ball boys. So they were the top end of ball boys. What did you have to wear to do it?
We got a club tracksuit, which we got to keep at the end of the season.
Yes.
Ah, nice time.
Yes, and obviously we've got to ask you about how you're getting on against Hibs, the two rivals, because I don't imagine either of you are going to win the league. But who's top dog at the moment out of you two?
It's always harsh, despite us being the bottom of the league at the moment. But we've got them in 2 weeks, so we'll turn them over as per usual. And but we're not doing too well just now, unfortunately.
Can I just ask one quick question on ball boying? Did you have to do fitness tests?
Thankfully not.
Little bleep test.
All right, that's our first contestant. Next up, I'm not saying our next contestant is a spy, but he loves a martini, and the ladies love him too. He can ski, paraglide, drive and ride everything with a motor. He can shoot a gun and fly the space shuttle. I'm not saying he's a spy, but he's not hiding in New Zealand for no reason. License to thrill, it's Paul Searle. I'm not saying he's a spy. Hi,
he a
Paul.
spy?
I'm not saying he's a spy.
Hey guys, how we doing?
Hi,
Hello, Paul.
All right.
Paul,
Hello, Paul.
what's the time down in New Zealand?
It's just coming up to 11 p.m.
What do you do for a living, Paul?
He's not going to tell you that, is he?
What do you do?
I'm a security manager.
He is a spy.
I'm not saying. I'm not saying he's a spy. Okay, I'm not saying it.
He's in the
Okay.
future as
Security
well. He's time
manager.
traveling.
He is. What are you pretending to do in New Zealand? Why are you down there? I mean, I know you're a security manager, but why are you there? Because you're obviously British to begin with, right?
Yeah, we made the move a year ago to move over the family and explore the world a bit.
I'm not saying you're a spy, but if you'd stayed over here, would your life been at risk?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Are you working undercover, cracking some kind of ring?
I can't say.
And what security do you manage? Is it people or things?
Yeah.
It's systems.
Systems.
Government systems.
Yeah,
Government.
100%.
Can't say. Easy can't say. Have you ever been a ball boy?
Yeah.
I have, yes.
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
boy.
For whom? Because you're an Arsenal fan.
Oh, it was a one-off at Wycombe Wanderers Football Club.
Okay. But
I'm
you're
not a professional like Chris.
No.
Chris is the best ball boy the world has ever seen. You're an Arsenal fan. Do you fancy your chances of winning the league this year?
It's as good as any, I think. Yeah, we've got a good chance this year.
All right. Okay, let me tell you the rules of this game. The laws of the game this week on the A to Z, our featured letter was F. So all the questions will be about the letter F. There are 11 questions, as that is how many players there are in a football team. One of you will get 6 questions and one of you will get only 5. It is unfair, but as we all know, football is unfair. This week, Paul will get 6 questions, as neither team ever wins the league, but Arsenal last won the FA Cup in 2020, where Hearts last won the Scottish Cup in 2012. This is not fair, but as we all know, football is not fair. There's something else too. The gang are sitting here. You may ask one of them for help on an answer, but you can only do this once. Today we have Robbie and Joe and Tubes. Finally, at the end of the quiz, there'll be a penalty shootout. I would explain that when I get there. The prize is the much sought after bucket hat.
Oh, yes.
You're both getting a bucket hat, but what you're playing for really is pride. We are thinking about a prize, but we just we haven't come up with one yet. But you're both getting a bucket hat. Helen is here to keep the score. Her word is final. Are you ready, Helen?
Yes.
By the way, we're looking for women contestants. We've had very few, in fact, not many at all. In fact, 0 women apply for this. So if you'd like to be a woman and get involved in the quiz, please.
Not to be a woman.
Get involved.
I didn't need to be a woman and get involved.
Right, you ready, guys?
Yeah.
All right, let's start with Paul. Paul, F is for football trophies. Which player has won the most in history?
Oh, blimey. No, it's not multiple choice.
Go.
No,
Wow.
it's not easy, that, is it?
No.
And is this club and country? So just trophies?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd go for the obvious Lionel Messi.
Correct. He got it right.
Oh,
Messi's got 46. Dani Alves is second with 44. So there you go. Chris, F is for Football League. What year was it founded? I'm going to give you an A, B, and C here. Is it 1888, 1908, or 1878? A, B, or C? A, 1888, B, 1908, or C, 1878?
I'm going to go in early and actually ask Joe.
Joe, because it's not fair, because that's the English league, and you're a Scottish fan, so you probably don't know. Joe, what is it? Is it 1888, 1908, or 1878?
I do apologise if I'm wrong on this one. 1878?
No, it's 1888. Yeah, you should have asked
Robbie.
Should have asked Robbie, mate.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Can't believe you didn't know that, Joe. You let him down.
Not fair.
Paul, F is for famous fan. Legendary crooner Rod Stewart supports which club?
Oh. I'm going to have to ask someone. I'll ask Robbie, please.
Celtic.
Correct, it is
Well
Celtic.
done, Noxie.
Despite being English, Rod Stewart supports Celtic and the Scotland national team. This is due to his father's roots and something he's passed on to his sons, apparently. Also, Scotland supporting fans. Right, F is for FA Cup. Again, Chris, I'm sorry, it's an English question, but F is for FA Cup. Which team has won the most FA Cups? Do you watch English football, Chris?
Yeah,
Do you have a team down here you support?
there's a group of us actually go down to see Fleetwood every year. So we're about 80 strong, and it's Edinburgh McCods. So we go down to hospitality. So yeah, Fleetwood is our English team.
Fleetwood, wow. Okay. All right, F is for FA
Yeah.
Cup. Which team has won the most FA Cups?
Shot in the dark. Manchester United.
Oh, you were so close. It's Arsenal with 14. United with 13. Then Chelsea, Liverpool and Spurs with 8. Paul, F is for FIFA World Cup. Paul, how many tournaments have there been held so far? A22, B25, C21. It's not easy either, is it? They're really hard this week. I'm really sorry, guys.
Maths.
Joe's trying to work it all out.
Yeah.
F is for FIFA World Cup. How many tournaments have been held so
What's the
far?
options?
A22, B25, C21.
21.
Oh, no, it's 22. It was A22. Did you get that, Tubes?
I did get that.
Tubes
Tim,
had
yeah,
that.
I got that.
Right, Chris. F is for first. Another English question. Who scored the first Premier League hat-trick? Was it A, Alan Shearer, B, Eric Cantona, C, Teddy Sheringham?
I'm going to go Teddy Sheringham.
Sadly, it was B, Eric Cantona. Oh, these are really hard this week.
I'd have gone the same though.
Yeah, well, Teddy
Teddy.
did score one early on, but Cantona was playing for Leeds, 5-0 against Spurs. That's the 25th of August, 92. That must have been pretty much a couple of weeks after the league started, mustn't it?
Yeah.
F is for fixtures, Paul. How many fixtures are there in a Premier League season? Just simple math, innit?
Oh, God.
How is your math?
Not that good.
No.
Connect.
I'm going to have to rush you.
Over 1100, I don't know.
What?
No. Joe, what do you think?
Is it 380?
It is 380, yeah.
Because there's 10 games every match day.
Yeah.
Times 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Well
Correct.
done. That's
Correct. 20 teams play.
Oh.
20 teams play 38 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's 10 games
Yeah.
every week.
Because they don't play themselves.
Yeah, exactly
Yeah.
right. Yeah, and also when they're playing, they're not. Yeah, whatever. Chris, F is for football anthems. Which club famously sing "Marching On Together"?
Leeds United.
Yes, it is Leeds United. They go marching on together. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds. It's the name of the anthem. It was written by Les Reed and Barry Mason, and the original recording was sung by the 1972 team members and Leeds United supporters. Do you know it got into the charts for 3 months, peaking at number 10. There you go. Paul, which one of these two front pairings had the most prolific Premier League season? Right, so I'm going to give you 3 front 2 pairings. You're going to tell me which one scored the most goals. We've got York and Cole, Shearer and Sutton, SAS, and Sturridge and Suarez, the new SAS. Which ones scored the most? I'll tell you, these questions this week are really
hard.
tough. I'm going to make them easier next week. What do you reckon?
Go with Suarez and Sturridge.
Correct.
Oh,
Is it?
I thought
So
it was SAS.
No, York and Cole was 35, Shearer and Sutton was 49, and Sturridge and Suarez was 52.
Wow.
So there you go.
Imagine it.
Chris, F for fans. We all know United have the best home attendance, but who came second last season? This is shocking. Oh, I've given him a clue.
What was the question?
Nothing. I'm not telling you. No,
Yeah.
I'll tell you. F is for fans. We all know United have the best home attendance, but who came second last season? Who do you think it is, Chris?
I'm just basing it on stadiums. Tottenham.
Oh, it's so close, but it's wrong. Anyone else here want to have a
Is
guess?
this average or?
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll go for,
average.
well, total and average.
Newcastle.
No. They're 7th.
Oh.
Anyone want to have a guess? It's West Ham
West Ham?
United.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, West Ham United. So Man United have 73,500, as you know, we all know they're for the best. West Ham said 62.5. Spurs have 61.5. Then it's Arsenal with 60, Liverpool with 50, nearly 56, City with 53, Newcastle down to 52, and Villa 41.
Go on, the
There we
Hammers.
go.
Isn't Chelsea like 37 or something?
No. We're. Oh yeah, 37. Yeah, I thought we meant 37 in the chart. No, yeah, it's 37. All right, Paul. Final question for you. You get one more question. F is for Forest. Which consecutive years did the club win the European Cup under Brian Clough? Again, quite a tough question there.
It's before my time. I'd say 79 and 80.
Correct. Yeah.
Got it.
Well done. Well done.
Hunt.
Okay, Helen. Let's have a look at the scores before we move on. Where are we at?
Paul has 4, Chris has 1.
Oh,
Come on, Chris.
Yeah.
Doing as well as my team just now.
Right.
Sorry, I've got to hold my hand up as well. I got one wrong for you.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll agree this is one of the greatest quizzes the world has ever seen.
Absolutely.
It's about to get better. Time for the penalty shootout. You'll take it in turns to give us an answer and just keep going, basically, especially you, Chris, because you can get the chance to catch up and win. I think this may be, it's a little unfair because I think it might suit Paul a little bit more. Right. Are you ready? We start with Paul because it's unfair. Paul, name French World Cup winning players. Go.
Didier Deschamps.
Correct. Chris.
Emmanuel Petit.
Yep. Paul.
Zinedine Zidane.
Correct.
Thierry Henry.
Correct.
Laurent Blanc.
Correct.
Love the penalty shootout.
Fabien Barthez.
Yep. Oh, that's good. That is good.
Kylian Mbappe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Robert Perez.
Yep.
Who else played in this one? I'm blanking now.
Paul, you're out of the game now. We have to be quick. It's a penalty shootout.
Did he get one in there?
No, he didn't. He was out. You have to go. So, Chris, you can keep going now. You can take the lead. So keep going.
David Trezeguet.
Oh, what a shout.
Yep. Keep going.
Christian Carambeu.
Oh, that's great.
he's brought
Keep
one out the
going. Keep
bag.
going. Keep going, Chris. Come
Out
on.
of the bag.
Trezeguet.
You just
David
said it.
Said it. Oh, he's out. Oh, there was loads because there was obviously the 98 squad and the 2018 squad. But I'd have been hopeless at that.
No one
There was
said
only-
Vieira.
No.
No one said Vieira, yeah. But there was only Mbappe from the 2018.
Yeah,
wasn't
there
Everyone
was.
just went
Yeah.
big on 98.
No one
Paul
said.
Pogba.
Yeah, no one said LeBeuf either or Desai. So there you
Griezmann.
go. There was loads, but it's hard, isn't it,
Under pressure.
when you're under all this pressure
Yeah.
for winning nothing? It's like it's tough. That was a tough that was a tough quiz, guys. So yeah, I apologies for that. But Helen, how what's the final scores?
I tell you what that's done to the scores there. So Paul got 4 in the quiz and 4 penalties, giving him a total of 8. And Chris got 1 in the quiz and he got 6.
Oh,
7.
Just short.
What a shootout.
Yeah.
Oh my God! You were only Frank LeBeuf away from drawing the thing.
From another penalty shootout.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. What happens when we get a draw in this? When no one knows. We haven't
Maybe
got
it's
one
a
yet.
draw.
Sudden death pens.
Yeah, maybe. Listen, guys, thank
Yeah.
you so much for joining us. That was a great quiz. I'm sure you'll agree. Cheers, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers, lads.
See ya.
Yes.
When the game gets it right, it's pure delight. This is what's right with
I'm sure that's 2 tunes fighting with each other. Anyway, what's right with football this week? Paul McGonagall says, right, 4 stand stadiums near a train station and a town centre, like Portman Road, Carrow Road. The soulless bowls like the London Stadium don't compare to Upton Park.
Oh, I get a bit jealous of the new stadiums. What do you think?
Nah, Portman Road's a great ground.
But don't you look when you go to the new Wembley and you see people playing violins and stuff? I remember going there. I I was going off a thing, and there was like a
Yeah.
string quartet playing to a load of people. It's like, wow, this has changed from when I used to come to, the Twin Towers many moons ago. Doesn't it feel good with the new stadium?
I remember at Old Wembley when it was, okay, I think it'll never be the same, it'll be awful. Then I went to the first game at the Millennium Stadium when they started having finals there. And I was like, oh, this is loads better. Yeah, new stadium, please.
What do you think, new or old? Would you like Stamford Bridge knocked down and
I was
rebuilt?
literally about to say, no, I wouldn't. But it can't be, can it? Because the Chelsea pitch owners all have to decide.
Helen bought me some of the pitch
Yeah,
once,
so
didn't you, Helen? You bought me
It's
some
really
pitch.
up to you if that happens.
Yeah,
But I think
I
I'd
own the
be
pitch.
gutted just for memories. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I don't think I'd like it now.
that's the thing. But
Constant
then you look at
rebuilding
Tottenham.
of stands, that's good. That works well.
Yeah,
keep the same place. Just
It's got to be the
do it.
same place.
Do it up.
You can't move.
Do it up.
location.
Reebok, what's the Reebok like? Better than what's your old ground?
Burned-in was miles better.
Was it?
Yeah, brilliant Burned-in.
The Tottenham Hotspur Stadium is just crazy. They've got a whole a little like F1 circuit underneath in the car park, like underneath the. Where they shove the pitch when they do other sports. When that moves out of the way, there's go-karting underneath, little F1 cars, me, all underneath the stadium.
You just can't get there. It's just they built they've
Ah,
got a
yeah.
stadium
Yeah, but you could
in the
never
middle
get
of
to
nowhere.
Wayne
I know.
either. It used to
I know.
take you 25
Why
minutes
can't
to
they
walk
put
from
a
the tube.
change station in there? It's mental. I reckon they didn't bother telling the NFL that when they decided to do the deal with them. The thing about Wembley, the old Wembley, is when you were on the top floor, the top deck up there, when you were coming down those stairs, you had to get the inside track. Do you remember that? Did you go? I used to go up there quite a bit, Wembley. Because if you don't get the inside track, you'd end up. It was just a big spiral down the thing. It was like
twice as long to
took
get
you
out.
twice as long.
Like
to
being in
get
the
out.
outside lane.
Yeah,
at
it
400
was.
metres.
Yeah, it literally was. Yeah.
About the first 20 rows of the ground as well, you couldn't see anything. It was just flat.
Yeah, it stunk. Helen, what was it? It did. It really stunk. The toilets and stuff there. It had gone. What's it? Have you got another one?
I have. This is a great one. The back pass rule, the best rule change of all time.
Yeah.
Brilliant shout. It was so easy back then, wasn't it? They
Just pass back, and the keeper would pick it up.
Yeah.
And stand there.
Steps.
Do it again and again and again.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That came from SPH 1892. I'm getting so bored of reading out these. I feel like I'm being stitched up here with these people when they put your name. If you're going to submit something for us to read out, put your name, put your actual name. Otherwise, I'm saying SPH 81892. I feel ridiculous saying that, but it was a good question, so thank you. And Baz, or unless you're going to advertise your company, because Baz Poke Lighting.
Oh, I love those lightings.
Yeah, best lighting company in the
yeah.
area.
Top work, Baz.
If ever I need lighting, I always go to Baz.
Yeah, big up Baz.
You could light
Baz
up
Poke
any
Lighting,
room.
Yeah.
It says fans' loyalty is what's right with football. And of course it is. After everybody's gone, all the managers, all the chairmen, everything, your fans are staying.
Yeah, though I do feel a bit sorry for fans because, their the loyalty's one way often, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to leave it there. Who fancies anything but football?
Oh, yes, please.
Yes, please. I don't, because I'm going to go.
You've had your footy fix, now it's time to switch. It's anything but football.
This is the section for people who listen to the podcast who don't like football. The question, anything but football. Josh Hellingworth said, what's your favourite biscuit to dunk in tea? Interestingly, we used to do King of the Tin on Sunday brunch show. I do Joe every Sunday, celebrities and cooking and stuff. And it's one of the most popular items where people used to choose their favourite biscuit. So I don't know whether your favourite biscuit is your favourite biscuit to dunk in tea. I personally don't have one. Do you have a favourite biscuit to dunk in tea? Helen will bound to have one. Helen, what's yours?
Well, I don't drink tea or coffee, but rich tea in a cup of tea. You got to get it right, not too long, because if it falls off and goes in the cup, it's the end of everything. But a rich tea in a cup of... If I've got a rich tea, I will dunk it in someone's tea.
Is that your favourite biscuit, though, a rich tea? Let's go favourite biscuit. Let's change Josh's question to favourite biscuit. What's your favourite biscuit?
But it's like saying, what's your favourite crisps? It's impossible. Whatever, depending on you. Because sometimes just a good digestive biscuit is, you fancy it. And then another day you'll want something with chocolate on it.
Have you got a favourite, Joe?
I'm with Helen on this. Yeah, it just changes like them all, really. There's nothing I don't really.
Is there any you don't like?
Yeah, fruit. Things with dried up
No,
fruit in.
no, I like
that
a
can
fig
get
roll.
in.
I do like a fig roll. I don't dunk biscuits in my tea. I don't do that. I think that's a bit affected.
Woke nonsense.
Woke nonsense. Yeah.
Chips, what about you?
Ginger nut cream.
Oh,
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, they're good.
Absolutely
Yeah, all
different,
right,
different
yeah.
level. That
Hobnob?
Hobnob.
Nice,
Unbelievable.
nice to taste and nice to say too.
Yes.
Hobnob.
Yeah.
When we used to do it on the brunch, people used to always put the pink wafer
They
as
don't taste or anything.
their least favourite.
Oh, yeah, okay, right.
Minging.
They used to.
Yeah.
Do you know what though? I tried one out the
No, I
back
like
of
a
the
pink
studio.
wafer.
The
Nothing
pink
to
wafer.
it. Nothing
No,
to it.
you are so wrong.
No, nothing
You're
to
so
it.
wrong. And
Wafer's
next week,
good.
I'm going to bring in some pink. I'm not. I'm going to arrange so we can bring in some pink wafers.
Send some to me. I like pink wafers.
You'll feed them to the pigs. They're a real decent biscuit. You never tried them because the other ones sort of like, I don't know. They take all the limelight, don't they?
Do you know what I bought the other day, Tim? Do you know what I bought that I haven't seen in years? I haven't eaten them yet. Actually, I bought them about a month ago just because I had lemon puffs.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember them.
What are they?
They've got like sort of weirdness to them.
Are they like a bit like a
Tiny.
like kind of like cheddar things, but they're cheese,
No,
they're lemon instead?
they're lemon.
Like a biscuit.
Yeah, but they don't initially taste of
okay.
anything, and then the sort of taste just sort of comes to you.
Let's stick to football, shall we? It's easier.
Yeah.
That's the end of this week's show. We'll be back next week where the featured letter of the week will be G, for goal, for Grimsby. We'll see you. Send in your G's, please. And if you want to take part in the quiz, let us know. See you next week. Bye.